Hi, Dawn again from Dawn's Earthly Delights and Wildcrafted Botanicals. Today we're going to talk about the pea. Now these are shelling peas, and as you can see, some of the plants are still really well nourished and enriched. I've pulled most of the peas off of this plant because I'm getting ready to pull all these plants out of here, chop them up, incorporate them back into the soil, add more composted soil down onto it, and start my secondary planting. Now the secondary planting, what that means is that after my first crop is done, I'm going to reseed this bed with another crop for winters. So for the fall and winter production of this plant, because you can get a couple of rotations of certain plants such as spinach or leafy greens, peas, things of that nature. As you can see on here, what I've also done is I'm allowing some of these to just dry and turn brown on the vine itself. Now the reason why I'm doing that is because I need these seeds for next year's crops. And I am going to plant some of these seeds in this bed as well to make sure that they do propagate and grow. But I want them to start turning and drying, and this is what your peas will look like that you're saving for seed for your next round. So they start drying up and they look all shriveled, and Ash seems to think that they're funny looking as well. But I'm going to continue to allow them to keep drying, and then I'm going to put them in an airtight container, preferably glass. I use the small little jelly jars. You can get them pretty easily at, Walmart or Target. They're relatively cheap. And I will save them for next year's. I will label them for what year I harvest them from, and I don't have the specific variety of this plant. These are some seeds that I just find and I plant them. Now they look very different from the ones that are still green, lush, and live, and they look like this. And these ones, the ones that I planted, I'm going to have a lot of them for dinner tonight. What I'm going to do is I'm going to simmer them over the stove on some medium heat, and we're going to have some peas to go with our salmon for tonight's dinner. So you can see the difference in how they look. So these ones are big and fat and juicy and plump, and they've got this really delicious starchy pea flavor to them. Not super starchy, they're still pretty sugary, but at this point, if you were to eat them anytime past this, they would start to get really starchy. And then, so there you have it, some really big fat delicious peas and some dried pea seeds for next year's crops. All right, that's it. Thank you so much. See you soon.